Hi, it's me again. Here I am. I come just to kind of catch you up on what I'm doing. I'm always up to no good, but I'm always stitching. Well, not always stitching, but a lot of stitching. So today, I had showed you my last, if you haven't been here before, then this was my 3D felt works project, the forest floor. And so now I'm working on another one. This one is a little bit smaller. This one's got this one here I started out with. I bought these here foam not a casket, coaster. It's a coaster. It's a little thicker. It's a little heavier than I thought it would be. It's not, did I say foam? I meant felt. But there's some kind of something in the middle of it to where it keeps it stiff. So it's kind of hard to get a needle through. So you got to use like a really sharp needle to get it through it. But I bought some of those coasters, and I'm going to make them work because I don't have money to waste. And so that's what this is. But you can see on the back here, I've gotten thread through it, and so it's working okay. But I put some green felt here as for the ground, and I put some blue felt here, so it's like a little pond. And so far I've done a little bit of the greenery here and some rocks. These are stone beads, like beads, but they're no, this is a rose right here. Sorry, the stone beads are over here in the water. And this is supposed to look like a water lily. And I got that idea from, okay, hang on 1 minute. Hey, Papa.
Hey, baby.
What's up?
No bit wants to know, can she come in?
Of course. Of course. Yeah. Just leave that door open, please.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetie. Of course a little bit can come in. And so, yeah, that's where I am with that. Okay, so what I want to do now, let me poke you. You know what? I want to show you something too. It's kind of goofy. I bought this. It's a coat rack. But I got it right in front of me. I bought it for when I'm working on my macrame, because I can have it hanging right in front of me and I can work on it. But when I'm not working on my macrame, then it's just wasted. Well, I decided I don't want it wasted, so what I've done, what is so awesome, is, look at there, I have got 3 balls of my thread up here. So when I need one of these threads, I could just pull it off. And then this is my sashiko thread. I just got it hanging, and my hair bands and my purse. And then I see it on Facebook just today. I seen where somebody took a coat hanger and made a paper towel holder. And I said, I need one of those because I'm always needing a paper towel for something. And so I did that. I cut the coat hanger, and then you can put the roll of paper towels right on it, and then it hangs right there too. And so anyway, I thought that was pretty genius. And then my coat rack is in use. I can hang things from it. So that's very usable, something or other. And then I have this thing that's for yarn. You could put your yarn on it. And but I just put my threads. I dug around and found some threads, didn't even realize I still had. and them threads can go right on there, and I can just pull off a piece as I need it. And so that's pretty handy too. I keep finding handy things. Okay, but anyway, oh, my headphones are hanging up there too. Okay. Oh, and you know what I just bought today? You know, when you all watch my shows, you are a blessing when you watch my shows. But it's got to where enough people watch, and because of my Scrappy Pals, and when you watch it and you just jig right through those advertisements. I mean, some of the advertisements are short, and so that's good. Some of the advertisements are 30 minutes. Don't watch them. Just click skip and get rid of them. But when they do get watched there, then I earn a little bit of money. Excuse me, a little, they give me a little something. And so lately I've been making from people watching the advertisements and from people who are my Scrappy Pals, I get like almost $100 a month. Well, that gives me a little extra that I can buy extra things. Now, one thing I bought, these scissors, I just bought these scissors. These were $16 for these, but they're KAI is the brand, and many of the wool people that I've watched use these very scissors here, and they were $16, but they got like a serrated edge on them, and then they got a little cover that protects them because the point is sharp, but they're really good because they cut all the way up to the point, really nice. And I had a couple ladies for my birthday put money into my Amazon account, and then I was able to get these. And then I also, which is supposed to be coming today, it's a light that goes around your neck. You put it around your neck, and it's got like 2 little light bulbs right here. And so you put it around your neck, and then it can be shining right there on what you're doing. And so I ordered them, and they're supposed to be here today, or it's supposed to be here sometime today. And that's going to be very handy because a lot of times I don't go to sleep when Papa goes to sleep, and I want to continue stitching or something, but my light is kind of bright here, although I've made sort of a wall here with cupboards and shelves that kind of block a lot of the light from going over to the bed. And he says it's okay, but I don't really like it to be okay. I like for him to be comfortable. And so I ordered that light thing to go around my neck, and it's like rechargeable, and so I'm going to like that, because then I can also sit in my recliner, because I sleep in a recliner. I don't need a bed. And so, but I can sit back there and have it shining just right on what I'm doing, and then still have my legs elevated, which I need to keep them elevated more than they're elevated. But okay, so anyway, that's just that. Okay, now I told you I'm making on this one, and so far I've got 1 mushroom and the water lily. Oh, and that water lily, somebody in the comment section said that this looked like a water lily. And I thought, oh, that is so cool. I didn't think of that. That's what gave me the idea to put some water and a water lily. Although that water lily doesn't look as good as this water lily. And so, but that's what that's supposed to be. So that's where I got that little inspiration for when that comment that somebody said it looked like a water lily. And so, yeah, so I got that started. And so what I want to do now is I want to show you the mess on my desk. Oh, well, it's okay. This here is my wool mat that I do wool felting on. But I've got all my needles, not all my needles. I'm using it for a gigantic needle pin cushion. Okay, so what I want to do, and I'm not sure, I want to make the little people like I did on this one. See, the little wooden doll pegs, and I want to do them for this one as well. I wasn't sure if I would, but in the box of doll pegs that I have is I think there's 100 in there, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 different sizes. See, they make this one for a little lady and this one for a gentleman. You can see the difference. And one is just a bit shorter than the other, too. So it's really kind of neat. And these ones are supposed to be for the children, a little girl and a little boy. And so I was thinking about maybe I wanted to make a littler ones on here. But I think I'm going to still go with the little, but they're bigger littles. And so I wanted just to show you how I dress them. And so what I do then is I take a piece of the felt. Let me check something first here. Okay, that's good. Some of my felt, I've noticed, will fray on the edges. And I got fray check, but I think it's back in my sewing box. And but then some of it doesn't fray at all. This one here, I think this one frays. And so, well, maybe not, I don't know. But, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece. Oh, this is going to be my lady. And so I'm going to cut a piece that is the same measurement from her neck to her bottom. And so I'll just go like that, and I'll just cut that. And just cut that. Okay, and then what I'll do is I will measure how much I need to go around. So to go around I need, and I get it to where it just meets in the center, and then I'm going to cut that. I have a very sore finger right here. I pulled a hangnail. I'm telling you, there's nothing that hurts as much as that hangnail when you pull one. Okay, so there it just barely meets in the center. Okay, so then I'm going to take my threaded needle here. Oh, I'm going to go right down like this a little bit, so it's in that shape of like a trapezoid. And so then I'm going to, oh, that's not the needle I wanted. Where's the needle with the, oh, here it is in my lap. I swear I knock things down into my lap, then they fall in the floor, and then my poor husband steps on them. I can step on a needle and I don't even feel it. It's stuck in my foot, and I can tell there's something stuck in my foot, but yeah. Oh, and I also made this little braid. I just took some crochet thread and I made that little braid. That's going to go on top of her little head. And so, oh, wait a minute, I don't. What you doing, little bit? What is that noise? I hear a noise somewhere. Oh, that's Papa on the back porch. I hear the can crusher. We have a aluminum can crusher so that we crush the cans and then they take them to the recycling place, which we're lucky right at the end of our street is the recycle place. And so then he can take them, or the kids take them down there and get enough money to buy a gallon of milk or so. This house drinks so much milk. Mostly my son. My gosh, he drinks a lot of milk. That they buy 3 gallons at a time. Me and Papa used to buy a half a gallon, and usually half of that half a gallon would go. So there I just put a little blanket stitch down the front, and then I'm going to blanket stitch around the bottom edge. I'm getting better at that blanket stitch, and I'm glad because I love the look of the blanket stitch, but I've not been very good about getting it together, just for me it's a little tricky, a little bit tricky. And so, but it's getting easier. Well, not on little tiny things like this probably, but some other things. Oh, and I have found too, I'm glad that I watched these different wool, and we've talked before about how the wool is it's expensive. I'm telling you, I'm just so grateful for all the gifts I got for my birthday of all the wool. But a lot of the wool workers that do wool applique, they do the applique on flannel. And I just so happen to have like 2 yards, or I might even have 3 yards of gray flannel. And I had bought it for another project I was going to do and never got it done, so it's been just sitting. And so I seen that and I thought, oh my gosh, I got to get my flannel out, because then that will make my wool go a lot further. And I want to make a little penny rug, but not for a rug in the floor, just for like a table center piece kind of thing. And if I do that on the background being the gray flannel, I think that will be awesome. Okay, so I got that around there. Now what I want to do is I want to snip that off there, and then I'm going to go around the neckline now, and I'm going to it's kind of, when you got chubby little fingers, it's a little tricky to work in these smaller things, but I take my time and I get it done. I get her done. And so now I just put a running stitch around the neckline. And so you can't see that stuff. Okay. So now I will take this and put it over her little head, and then the wool will stretch just a little bit, see? So then that went right over her head just perfectly. And then I'll take that string and tie it. In a knot, so it will stay there. And then you know what I didn't do is I didn't plug in my hot glue gun. Okay, and then I'll just snip that off. Well, I kind of maybe could have made that just a fraction larger, because it kind of shows her cleavage. if I leave that at the front. But I could let that be the back and let this be the front, which I may do since I left, because I don't want her cleavage be showing. But let me just real quickly here reach around and get my glue gun and plug that. Oh, wait a minute. My glue gun's over here. Well, it's supposed to be right there. Well, maybe my glue gun is done. Somebody used it for a loaded weapon. Where did I put that? It's usually right here, but then I put it over there. And if it's not over here or over there, all right, well, it's, where did I put that doggone thing? See, this is what happens when one just keeps too much stuff in one's area. Oh, there it is, right where I thought it was, but I put other things on top of it. Okay, there it is now. So here's my glue gun. Let me get that warming. Let me get that on the warming thingy. Hang on, don't leave yet, please. I mean, you can leave anytime you want. I don't want to be bossy. But I'm going to just plug this in right here real quickly. Okay, and it'll heat right up. And, okay. So now what I want to do is I want to make her little, oh, I need her, I need the glue gun to put her hair on too. You just got to see this. You just got to see this. You can fast forward a little bit too if you want to. If you do, won't I? Okay, let me see. What color hat? Let's make this color hat. What I need to have here is like a triangle. These scissors do cut very well. I'm going to protect them with my life. Now this is going to go over her head like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this now, it's in the triangle shape. Now I don't really like using glue, but in some things here I will. Putting this, I could glue all of her clothes on, but I don't want to do that. I do want to have stitches, and I love my stitches to show. And my grandson, he's 16 years old, and he is getting really into fabric. But what he does is he does cosplay. You ever heard of such? That means he likes all these like Avengers and stuff, like comic book heroes, and so he likes to make the costumes for them. And then they have comic cons, which is like comic shows at the comic book shops. And when you go to those shows, you dress in your costumes or whatnot. And so him and his friend went, well, and his mom drove them. They went to one a couple weeks ago, and they were both dressed up as cartoon character superheroes. And that was so cool. But he now, when he puts his costume together, like this one, he had like a red jacket, and he has some black fabric because it needed to have black fabric on it. And Deadpool, you ever heard of such? Doesn't that sound gross? But he was making himself the Deadpool outfit. And but he said, I want it to look handmade. I want the stitches to show. And I thought, you are my kid. And so, which actually he's my kid by my kid, because he's my grandkid. And but I thought, how awesome that he wants his stitches to show. Now see how my my blanket stitching is getting much better. So that goes down the back of the hat, and then I'm going to get it going around the brim of the hat as well. And so But yeah, so I'm proud of him that he's wanting to do all stitching. He wants to stitch. Although his mom did buy him some fabric glue, because some of the fabrics he needs glued. But that's what keeps him busy. And he has loved doing cartoon characters. He draws too. And he hopes to make himself into a comic book, like an author of comic books, a comic creator. And I mean, if he's not at school, he's working on his comic books, which he also, like yesterday, he was messaging me through school time. I says, Jeffrey, you need to be paying attention to your teacher. He goes, I've got my homework done. My work is done. Okay, it better be. It better show on your report card that you're not thinking about comics when you're supposed to be doing your schoolwork. And so anyhow, but I think that's awesome that he's got that goal. And he sticks with it too. He is autistic. Well, he's in more the Asperger's, in the spectrum. And so he stays focused. Sometimes I think those with autism or Asperger's, they've got a gift, because they can stay so focused on one thing, and they don't have, stuff just doesn't clutter their mind. And I think that's awesome. They say that people like Albert Einstein, they think he was most likely in the spectrum. Okay, so now I just about got this done. See that quickly? And so, there was something else I was going to remember to say to you all today. I wonder what it was. I wonder if it was important. Gosh, I hope not. I can't think of what it was now. All right, so anyway. Ouch, poked myself. Okay, so then there's the little hat. And see, so that seam will go down the back of the hat. But then I have that little bit of blanket stitching even around the brim of the hat. I need to clip off that little string. Okay, so now that will go over her little head. Now I could have made that a little bit smaller, but it's okay. It's going to be fine. Okay, so I'm going to put her little braid on her little bitty head. Oh, I was gonna... Okay, so we got our little braids there. And then her hat. Oh, her hat fits better once she's got that little braid going on. Cute. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of hot glue here. What did I do? Now I don't see the... Oh, there we are. Okay. And so, put that little hat. The glue will keep it from sliding down where it doesn't need to be. And then I'll just put a little tiny speck of glue back there to hold that. Okay, I'm going to have to fix that braid so this side will be the same length as this side, because I got one longer than the other. But I can fix that. Okay, and then I'll need to have my... Then I take my little micron pen, and I just make, all they get is 2 little dots, not real close together, for their little eyes, and that's all they need. for their little eyes. So cute how they're not even. Oh well. And then I like to go like this and push the front of the hat down and put just a little dab of glue right here, and then push that down just for a second, and there it puts that little wrinkle in the hat. And that's how I dress her. And now she's going to be there, and then I'm going to work on the gentleman, and I'll do him the same way, except he's not going to get any hair. He's not going to have any hair. I could give them 2 children too, but I'm not going to do that on this one. I've got so many more that I'm going to do that that I won't need. That I won't need to put them on here. That might be like too much. And so, but this is going to have, we'll put the gentleman on the outside, and then that'll be like that. And I think that will be just adorable right there. And so, oh, they're not going to stand in the water. Good grief, Elizabeth. They're going to go here, and they're going to stand on dry ground. Now, I have more things like this here thread. I've had, this is like what I guess they call this like an eyelash or something, but it's just thread with a lot of dangles on it. But, you know, I could take a piece of this and I could just put that down, sort of just scoot it across, maybe, and stitch that down a little bit, and then put my little people on there. And it kind of like puts more dimension on the forest floor. And then I love using these little stone beads. They're like just little stone beads. I think they originally were a necklace that somebody took apart, and then that left these little stones. And then these ones here are a little bit different of colors, but they're like stones, and so they're beautiful, and I like using them. Those are nice. And so I'm not sure yet I'll use this or not. I'm not sure yet what I want to put more in the water. I thought maybe I'll put more. I started trying to put together some more little lily pads. And so that maybe I could put lily pads on this side of the water too, which I may just do that. And also there is like a bouillon tendril that it just sticks right up. And I thought if I could make something like that back here behind this and get it to where it just stands up, then I can make it look like I can make it look like the seagrass or something coming out of the water, or like a, what do you call them, things that you burn to keep the mosquitoes away. I don't know if anybody does that. They look like a hot dog on the end of a stick. I can't even think of what you call them now. Okay, but anyhow, maybe I could make that out of, I can't think of what you call them. But, and maybe this one will just have just her by herself. Because a woman doesn't need a man. A woman's good without a man sometimes. In some cases. And, but anyhow, yeah, that's just what I'm doing today. Is I'm working on this. Oh, and then I made my little bat. Oh, I made a bat. I think I can get it down from here. Can I get my bat down? Since it's Halloween, my bat didn't turn out very good. But I made a bat to hang. And that's made out of wool. See, they hang upside down, so that's why her face is kind of goofy looking. But that's my little bat out of felt. I just quick put her together. I think she's kind of cute. She's got a little stuffing in the body and a little in her head. I could have made her head a little bit prettier because she is a pretty bat. She was just having a bad face day. But anyhow, that's my little bat for Halloween. I'll just hang it right there with my thread for now. And, yep, that's what I'm working on. Let me see. Anything exciting happened today? Oh, my gosh. Do you know, I don't know about them Amazon people, but I don't go shopping anywhere. I don't go to the store at all. So everything I get, I order for Amazon. And so I needed me some more underdrawers. And most all you know that I wear them underdrawers that are disposable underdrawers. But then I need underdrawers to go over them disposable underdrawers because I need to protect my inner thighs from rubbing together. So I ordered these here underdrawers, and when they were delivered just like this, with my label on the front, mailing label. They just put it right on the underdrawers, so the delivery people could just look at there and say, "Oh man, 4XL. There must be some fat lady lives in that." And the thing too is they were just sealed like this with a Ziploc that you could just pull. And I said, what if they opened them up and touched them? But now some things they give you so much packaging, you just don't know why you needed all that packaging and all that stuff. And in these, they just put my underdrawers. So everybody at the mail office seen my underdrawers now. But I like these, and these, I think I'm going to leave them a really, really good review on these. Because I'm wearing a pair right now. But see, but I wear a pair over my, well anyway, you don't understand that. But they got the long legs. See, they got the long legs. They're long-legged. They caught bloomers. Aren't them the cutest? You could actually wear them for shorts. My little granddaughter, she wears them bicycle shorts that you wear when you're bicycling, and they're made just like this. I could just wear these underdrawers cause see, this is how long the inside of the leg is, the inseam. Aren't you glad to know about my underdrawers? And but yeah, I'm excited for my new underdrawers. But I couldn't believe they didn't put them in like a package, like discreetly, my underdrawers. Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul. Oh, we're running into 40 minutes here. I'm gonna read you something. Since you're still here, and I know you are, you wouldn't be hearing me right now. Well, since you're still here, I'm going to oh, here. Oh, here's one. My unfailing friend. Me. Oh, I'm not going to sing. Don't worry, I ain't singing. Okay. What a sweet and blessed... Oh, it says, my unfailing friend. And I do have unfailing friends. And those friends are you, and you, and you, and you, and you. All of you. Okay. What a sweet and blessed feeling when I wake up every day, just to feel God's presence near me and to know He's there to stay. Oh, I know I am not worthy of His tender love and care. Still, I have His precious promise that He's with me everywhere. There will always be the shadows, and we can't escape the night. Still, I know He watches over me. I'm still always in His sight. Though the storms may rage around me, still the Lord will help me stand. There's a sweet and precious calmness in the hollow of His hand. And that was written by Thomas Day Risk. And this comes from the Salesian Missions. The Salesian Missions, Salesian Inspirational Books. On the back here it says, wisdom is a tree of life for those who grasp her, and He's happy who holds her first. Oh, I thought I heard the door. And these books, I've got like 4 or 5 of them. And I first got, the first couple I got from the thrift shop for like 50 cents. But these have got the most awesome little poems and things in them. And then I got a couple more that was sent to me by somebody else who just happened to have some that she was done reading. So she sent me a couple of them. And these are wonderful. I used to read novels a lot. Yeah, I was at one time even into Harlequin romance. I knew a lady that wrote Harlequin romance. Oh my gosh. A lady on the next street over. She was a mother of my oldest son's friend when they were in high school. And my oldest son now is 55 years old. He's going to be 56 this year. Holy smokes. So that was a long time ago. But his friend Steve's mom wrote for Harlequin romance. And that's how she made her living. Now, you would never know to look at this woman, this lady. She had horses. She raised horses. And whenever you saw her, she was wearing her dungarees and her hip boots or whatever, them rubber boots. And had her hat on backwards. And she almost looked gentlemanly like. But how she made her living was to write Harlequin romance novels. She just did not look like she was the romantical type. She didn't have no husband. Maybe she did have a husband. I don't think she had a husband. Or maybe she must have had one at one time because she had a couple of youngins. But, and she was older. She was a little bit older lady. But that's what she did. She could snip out a Harlequin romance book every week, or maybe even 2. She was good at that. But to look at her, you'd never dream she would be writing Harlequin romance. Well, I don't read novels anymore. One of my favorites, though, I used to read was Nicholas Sparks. And there for a while, I didn't miss any of his books. Because those was romantical, but they were pulling on your heartstrings romantical. I loved them books. But now I haven't even read one of his in like a coon's age. But I love now, because I'm so busy doing my stitching. And that's what keeps me alive and kicking. I mean, if I did not have this to do, I don't know where I'd be today. I wouldn't be, well, I may not be sane anyway, but this is my safe place right here. Right here. Doing all this stuff. Look at here, I started making another mushroom right here. Isn't that cute? But anyway, yeah, that's another mushroom that'll go on another something. All right, I'm going to let you guys go now because I got things to stitch. And I got to start writing myself notes. So when I have something that I want to tell you, I won't forget. All I'll have to do is look at my notes. And I'll just make a Post-it note and put it up there on my computer or something. But I wish you all have a wonderful day. I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Keep you safe and secure. Keep you happy, healthy, and humble. And by all means, no matter what, stay another day. God bless and keep you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. And who took my mouth? There's my mouse. Right there it is. Right there it is. God bless you all.